Hey everybody, I'm Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you. We are almost at Christmas, not quite yet, another day or two away. So I am excited to be here with you as we count down 2023, rolling into 2024. So much excited stuff coming your way for 2024. I cannot wait. But we're going to end 2023 with a bang. Our last two YouTube classes, today and next Saturday, are winner chicken dinners for sure. You're going to love them. I might have saved the best for last. But then I have so much in 2024. So, if you love die cutting, and if you love techniques, and if you love crafting, and if you're a newbie to all of this, what an awesome class for you to join, because everything I do today, you'll be able to accomplish too. We're going to start super easy and work our way up. So can't wait to share it all with you. Before I tell you a little bit more about today's class, I do want to announce our winner chicken dinners from last week. This is a we thing. This isn't a me thing. This is a we thing. We do this together, you and I. We hit 600,000 subscribers. They say on YouTube, the more you have, the more you get. And I guess it is true. I don't know. I'm not questioning it. But we have 600,000 subscribers. We hit it last week. I have no idea what we're up to right now. And that's just amazing. It took me, I don't know, years and years and years just to get to 100,000. And then just in a couple of years, it's just gone whoosh, which yay, wahoo kachoo. So whenever we have a YouTube class, I always give 2 gift cards away to Scrapbooking Made Simple for $25. And it's super easy to win. All you have to do is post a comment below. See? Below, down. If you are watching this during our live chat, which is 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom, well, there's a live chat going on over here. See the live chat over there? And comments in that live chat do not count. I say it all the time, but people still leave their comments in there and wonder why they're not winning. It's below. You gotta post it below. So you leave us a comment. We will approve it. It'll take a couple days for it to show up. And then you go into the running to win $25. Except there are exceptions when we hit a big milestone, like another 100,000 subscribers. So last week we hit 600,000 subscribers. So I'm giving away $600 in gift cards. I know, right? At 700,000, we will give away $700 in gift cards. At 800,000, $800 in gift cards. And at 1 million subscribers, should we get there, we will give away $1,000 worth of gift cards. Now, I get too stressed out trying to figure out, okay, how do we divvy it up? This is my stress. Whenever I'm doing this, I'm usually stressed out. So I didn't want to try to figure out how to divvy this up. So I left it to all of you. And I ask you to post a comment on how many people you think should win and divvy up that $600. You might have posted 1 for $600. You might have posted 10 for $100. No, 10 for $60. You might have posted 6 for $100. And we have our software, our generator, pick winners. And if we pick the first winner, we tell our generator to pick one. And if that winner said 1 at $600, well, they just won all $600. But if they said 6 at $100, then we go pick another 5 winners. So I have our winners chicken dinner list right here. And these people have won $60. So today, $60 could probably get you a Simply Defined product if you were shopping well, easily maybe $500 worth of product if you shopped well. My dies and stamps have to go. I'm a Sizzix licensed designer now. I gotta make room for the new stuff. Will Simply Defined die stamps and stencils ever be coming back? They're just on pause. They're on pause while I'm a licensed designer for Sizzix. And like I said, who knows how long that's going to be. I could either hit a home run with them, or they could be saying, hey, appreciate your contributions. But we really don't need a release from you for a while. Who knows? Time will tell. Okay, so it all has to go. We're blowing it all out. We do it at the end of the year, every year, and people wait for this event. We even put 2023 dies and stamps on sale. We typically don't do that. But because there won't be any coming in 2024, it'll all be new Sizzix product. I thought, you know what? It's got to go. So I have winner who have received $60 in an online store credit. All of you need to go check your online store credits, because there was also Facebook winners that were added in, and you may be one. In fact, Jim Wachowski, I know you are one. So if you're watching this, you're a winner chicken dinner from Facebook. I just didn't get a chance to announce them. Okay, so we have 10 of you who have won $60. I'm going to read them, and then I'm going to scroll it like it's a movie credit so you can see your name, and then we'll do a winner chicken dance for everybody. Are you ready? Our first winner is Cheryl Boyer. Then we have Cynthia Smith, Barbara Sargent, Wendy Felice, Renee Heller, Cindy Ward, Deborah Price, Elizabeth Friedis, Rhonda Reynolds, Mary Wagner. Rhonda, any relation to Ryan? I'm going over to Wrexham next year, and if you know Ryan, I would really like a tour of the stadium in Wrexham. Sizzix HQ is in Wrexham, and that's where the Welcome to Wrexham show is filmed. And Ryan Reynolds owns the team. Hello. And if you don't, that's okay. I love you anyway, but you never know. It doesn't hurt to ask. Maybe he is your first cousin and you can get a hookup. You know, if you know him, hello. 600,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'd bring all of those people with me to the stadium, Ryan Reynolds. Hello, I'm Stacy, and I coached AYSO soccer, and I played soccer, football my whole life, because it's football over there. My husband, he did the same. I'm just saying, if anybody knows either of them, I would absolutely love to go see the Wrexham Stadium and maybe do a little filming while I'm there. Maybe I should send them a letter. Oh, but I digress. Wait a minute. I get back. Okay. Cheryl Boyer, Cynthia Smith, Barbara Sargent, Wendy Felice, Renee Heller, Cindy Ward, Debbie Price, Elizabeth Friedis, Rhonda Reynolds, and Mary Wagner. Okay, I totally digressed on that. Here, let me roll it up just so you can see. If your name is there, now we may have many Mary Wagners. Go check and see. See, I'm doing it just like a credit. Go check and see if you are our winner chicken dinner, because you have $60 waiting for you. Congratulations to all 10 of you. Are you ready to do the winner chicken dinner dance? You all got to do it with me, okay? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo, for you. Congratulations to all of you. I hope you enjoy your winnings. And today, well, it's going to go a really long way for sure. Now, back to Ryan Reynolds. And Rob, I can never pronounce his last name. So Rob, it's not that I don't know your last name. It's that I'm dyslexic and I struggle with it. It's a McKennahy. I can't be sure that that's right. But Rob and Ryan, I'm Stacy. I'm coming to Wrexham. I have been there before. I'm a designer for a local business in Wrexham. I want to film at the studio. In the stadium. I just want to take a quick video and share it with my 600,000 plus fans on YouTube. I know. You guys are in the billions of fans. But I'm a little girl from Canyon Country, California. And hey, It never hurts to ask. Hello, Wrexham. I got the jersey and everything. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Was that so shameless? So shameless. Anybody who knows either of them, please forward this along. I will be there in February. February, hi. And I just want to know if I can just do a little film, just like a 5-minute video from inside. I want to be on the pitch. The fact that I even know that it's a pitch, hello. And I won't sing the song, because there's a song that they sing during the games, but yeah, it has some language in it that I can't have on YouTube. But I know the song. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna move on. Oh my gosh, distracted myself. Okay, today, what are we doing today? Well, I do have Simply Defined on sale for you. It is already on sale. It's already online. You do not need to wait. Some things we have 1 or 2 of. Some things we have more. Some things I liked my designs more than you liked my designs, and we have more quantity. It just depends, and please be patient checking out, because if there's only 1 available and 10 of you have it in your shopping cart, it will be the first person who checks out that gets that item. Product is not allocated to your order until you have completely submitted that order. And that's typical in any online store. I don't know any company, big, small, who reserves the product for you while you're continuing to shop, because they never know if you're going to check out with it. So just be patient, and remember, at these prices, well, you just can't go wrong. And I've got a whole stack of stuff to show you. Now today I'm going to do some pretty simple, easy technique. I'm going to do some paper piecing and a few other things. And I'm going to start out simple, because I really want any new crafter to feel like they can do this too. And you can, I promise you. So I'm going to start out a little easy, and then we're going to go a little bit harder, and then we're going to go a little bit harder. And these are techniques that I have done before, absolutely, that maybe you forget about, or if you are new to my channel, maybe this is the first time you're seeing them. You're like, could you get to it, girl? I'm getting there. I talk a lot. I can't help myself. I just got flustered with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. I just am not. Rob, I love you. You're darling. Your family's darling. Your wife is darling. Forgive me on the last name. Trust me, ask anybody who watches my YouTubes. I'm dyslexic. It's a real thing, and I just struggle. But that doesn't mean I don't like you. I'm going to send them an email. I'm going to send them an email and see if I can get on the pitch to do a quick video while I'm there. Wouldn't that be okay? So today I'm going to start with simple techniques, and I'm going to be using some of my stamp and die sets. So yeah, stamp and die sets. So this is a stamp and die set. You've got the stamp and then the coordinating die. But today I'm going to be just using the die. I'm going to go just with the die today and give you some simple techniques to really make something look amazing without having to get inky or have any kind of coloring. You can do this. This is simple and fun and effective, and at this price, super affordable. All right, are you ready to tilt down? Yeah, me too. I know, shameless. I know. All right, let's tilt down and get started for today. I don't really have any samples for you because, well, we don't have any samples made. So we're just gonna go right into it. Usually I show you some samples, but I don't want to say I wasted time. I tried to convince everybody in Wrexham, anybody in Wrexham who might know the general manager. Oh my gosh, they're all so friendly. Hello, Stacy. Scrapbooking Made Simple. All right, so here's the die I'm going to be working with today. And I'm going to do some very simple paper piecing with this. This is a chemically etched die, which means it's a wafer die, and you can see why they call it a wafer die, because it is wafer thin. It is a Simply Defined brand, so this one is on sale, as are all the others. And I'm going to do a simple die cut with it. But before I get started, I'm going to bring over a very important tool for us here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. These are sticky dots. Now, sticky dots are an adhesive that literally have hundreds of thousands of dots on them. There's just hundreds and thousands of little adhesive dots. They're so fine you can't see it. This is not a full sheet of adhesive. There's little dots on here sprayed on, but literally hundreds of thousands of them. I want to use this as part of my die cutting today, and I'm going to start with paper piecing. So when you paper piece, typically you have a die cut that you sit on top, and well, let's cut it real quick. Let's just cut real quick. So let me cut my die real quick. So I'm going to bring my Big Shot over. Big Shot machine is the machine of choice here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. It is the workhorse. It comes with a base platform. It comes with a solo shim, and it does come with 2 clear plates that will not stay clear, and they're not intended to stay clear. You will cut into them. They will get warped. They will, the crystal clear will get a little cloudy, and there will come a time where you will have to replace them. You will use them and use them and use them, and then you will have to replace them. I try to replace less by using what's called a do not cut plate. So I'll keep one of the plates off to the side and keep it brand new, only cutting into one of my clear plates. And I'll take a separate plate from Sizzix. This happens to be an older glittered cut plate that was done exclusively for Scrapbooking Made Simple. So I keep this, and I try not to cut into this at all. And that keeps the plate from getting warped. See, every time you cut into the plate, it leaves a little impression. Leaves an impression. And that impression is really a V that's being notched in, just this microscopic little V that's being notched into the plate. And every time you notch the plate, it will eventually start to warp. So you're encouraged to take your plates and rotate them backwards and forwards. You're encouraged to take your die and move it all the way around, and then move it all the way around as you cut. But there will come a point where you will have to replace this. But the nice thing is, if you start with this and you have a do not cut plate, then when it's time to replace this, you have the secondary one that you haven't started working with yet, and you can use that and then order yourself another set of plates. So I'm going to cut this real quick. I've got my base platform, I've got my solo shim, I've got my cut plate that I've been cutting into, I have got my paper, and I have got my die. And I'm going to put my die on a slight angle. See how it's not perpendicular or parallel? I'm sorry, it's not parallel to my roller. Inside the machine is a roller. And let me go back just a little bit more. So this is a manual crank, and I'm moving the roller, and you can see that the handle is moving. I want to make sure that I don't want this line here, this die line, to be parallel to my roller, because it has a little bit of a challenge to grab it and put it underneath and get that die going. If I do, it will, and it won't hurt the die, but you may hear a loud thump. I'll do it for all the newbies. We'll see what happens. Let's see if I can get a ka-thump, and it might be on the back end that you really hear it. Okay, creaks and cracks are okay. I know that sounds horrible, but creaks and cracks are okay. It means that it's die cutting. Oh, not too bad. Let me bring it back. Just because. All right, let's see what I've got. Did I cut all the way through? No, I did not. So I didn't cut all the way through my paper. This die, even though it looks fairly simple, would be considered an intricate die because of all the fine lines and how the lines are positioned. To cut this die well, I either need to continue to rotate it and put it back and forth, or I need to use my precision base plate. Precision Base Plate is sold by Sizzix. It does not come with the machine. It is meant to cut intricate dies, and it really is a game changer if you want to be a die cutter. If you like the fact that you can take this little metal thing and make beautiful things with it by sending it through a machine, well, a Precision Base Plate will make your heart happy. So let me get another piece of black paper because I think I am going to use black. And let me cut off a hack. By the hair of my chinny chin chin, but that's all it needed to be. I'm going to bring my machine back over, and instead of using this bottom cut plate like I did before, I'm going to use my Precision Base Plate. This is going to take the place of that bottom cut plate. And with the chrome side up or the black side up, if you can see the directions on how to use this, and you're about to put your paper and your die down on it, I need you to stop. Stop, stop, stop. Slow your roll. I need you to turn this back over so that you can either see the chrome or you can see the black and not the directions. Then we put our paper down. Then we put our die down. And because I'm not crazy about the creaks and the cracks and the kathumps, I'm just going to angle my die at just a slight angle, and that way when it feeds in, the roller's going to grab this upper corner here, and it's going to gradually feed the entire die in, as opposed to trying to grab this one long line all at the same time. Put my do not cut plate on top and send it on through. The roll is definitely tighter, and that die is biting down into that Precision Base Plate, giving it more of an opportunity to cut. Now, everybody's machine, and it doesn't matter whose manufacturer it is, everybody's machine has a sweet spot. Everybody. Now, you may have a Sizzix machine, and I have a Sizzix machine, and your best friends have a Sizzix machine, and our sweet spots may be in different areas. You may have a Spellbinders machine, and all your friends have Spellbinders machines, but your sweet spots may be in different areas. So I always recommend that you rotate and send it back through, because if it hit the sweet spot over here the first time, now we have a better chance of, and it didn't cut over here, by rotating it, it gives the die a new way to hit the roller, so it cuts the second time. Going back and forth without changing the orientation of the die, even a little bit, it's not going to necessarily help you because it's hitting the roller the same way back and forth. Just a little bit of a rotate can just make all the difference in the world. So let's see what we've got. Okay, I'm going to pull this one. So this is the first one I've cut. And I didn't have the Precision Base Plate. And you can see it's not falling out. This is the second one I've cut with the Precision Base Plate. Okay, that's a world of difference. It right on out. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. So that's what a die cutting machine does. Now I'm not going to keep any of this. Okay, I made almost 100% there into the trash can. That's a wahoo kachoo for me. I'm going to come back to my sticky dots that we were talking about. And let me zoom back in for you. I'm going to come back into my sticky dots. And again, remember, I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of little dots. One side has nothing, the other side has the adhesive. If you're ever worried about the sticky dots being on the back side, because it can happen, like this one doesn't have any. There's nothing on this one. Depending on the heat and transfer, you know, if it was hot when they were shipped here, or sometimes the adhesive can transfer on, you just run your hands over it and any other sticky dots will just come right off. This one didn't have any. Now I want to do paper piecing. And most people would think to put this down so we could add sticky to it. We could make it adhesive just like a sticker and then put it down on our paper. That's one way of doing it. So let's go ahead. Let's just get that done. I'll do it this way. So if I close this up, make sure I've got where I haven't used. Oh. Okay, so if I close this up and I rub really hard, I've taken the sticky off and put it onto the back of my paper. I didn't have to use wet glue. And now I can come over and stick it on down. Easiest way to get intricate dies down. But to paper piece this now is going to be a little difficult. I would much rather let's put this one to the side. Think I've got enough there. Well, I'm just going to take a new one. I'm going to open it from this side too. Come on. There we go. So I would much rather take my piece of paper, cut my sticky dots, that way I know what I've used. Open it up, expose all those dots. See, this one also didn't have any dots on the other side. Put my paper right on down, so it's sticky right now. Put my paper right on down. And just give a good press. If you don't want to get your fingers on the other dots, well, you can't really use them at this point. Give a good press. And now when I take this paper off, all of the sticky dots on all of this side are going to be exposed. So here I put the sticky dots right on the die cut and put it right on my paper. Here, instead of putting the sticky dots on my die cut, I put the sticky dots on my paper. And the minute I take this off, all those dots are going to be exposed and it's going to want me to stick something down to it. As long as I leave it like this, I could leave it like this for as long as I want. It's once you pull that liner up, you need to do something with it. So let's die cut that. Let's die cut that die one more time. Did I leave myself some room? Sure did. Take my little scraps and put them over here. Let's bring my machine back. Let's wash, rinse, and repeat. So I've got my base platform, my solo shim, my precision base plate with the directions facing down, the chrome or the black side facing up, my die on a slight, now my paper can be straight as long as my die is on a slight angle. I find it easier just to move everything. My do not cut plate, let's send it on through. Little creaks and cracks are okay. I'm gonna do just a quick rotate. It really doesn't have to be much. You can absolutely do more of a rotate if you want, it's up to you. It just needs to be a rotate so it hits the roller in a different way. Okay. And all my bits and pieces come out, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So I can take all my trash, about 80%, not bad. I can bring over the piece of paper that has my sticky dots on it. I can pull the liner back. And now this whole sheet is adhesive. And you may be able to see the dots maybe a little bit better this way. They're so small. But maybe you can see them better that way. Now, the one thing that doesn't stick to the dots is the liner. So I'm going to take my die and I'm going to put it right down on my sticky dots. And then I can take the liner that I just pulled off of it and give it a little bit of a press. And then I'm going to hold that liner and keep it for a little bit because I might need to come back and use it a little bit later. Now what I've got is a piece of paper that has adhesive in all of these little places versus a piece of paper that doesn't have any adhesive. They look the same, but they are not the same. Oh no, they're not. Okay, and you know, maybe I'm going to use 3 pieces of paper. That's a thought. Okay, I'm going to keep this one here, but I'm going to move this one off to the side. And I think I'm going to grab 3 pieces of paper, opulent paper. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna cut each of these to the size that I need. One. 2. 3. And then I'm going to take my sticky dots I don't think I'll get 2 out of here, but I'll definitely get this one. 1, And then let's grab another sheet. I'm gonna save all of this because the sticky dots are great. There's nothing wrong with them. They're still good to be used. Let's start another sheet. Come on. Ah. All right, let's try another side. I hear people talking up there we go. So let's get I better do this side too, just in case. Oh, and that one came up really easy. Sure, be that way. So I'm going to do 1. And 2. So now I've got 3 pieces of paper and 3 sets of sticky dots. And I'm gonna save all of this because I can use this for tons of other things. Sentiments, whatever makes your heart happy. Let's get some white paper. I'm gonna leave a little extra room around my white paper just so I have some handholds. 1. 2, and 1 more. 3. Okay, so I can put my die away for right now, and I'm going to add sticky dots to all of these white sheets of paper. Peel it up, lay it down, make sure that this is the side that has the sticky. Paper on, press, 1 done. Save the liner. Number 2. Come on. Nope. The challenge of having nails. There we go. Expose my sticky. Put it right on down. Now I've got 2 pieces of paper. Save my liner. I thought I started some of these. Did I cut my start point off? Oh, sure, and that one was easy peasy. You just never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes they just go super easy. And save my liner. So now I have 3 pieces of white paper ready to go. And these are now just like the black one that has sticky on it right now, but is completely different than this one that doesn't have any sticky. So I made 3 sticker sheets for all intents and purposes. Now I'm going to cut my paper. I've got 3 pieces of paper. And out of these 3 pieces of paper, I'm going to be able to make 3 different designs. I've got 3 stickers ready to go, 3 pieces of paper ready to go, and we're going to make 3 different designs. Same design, different colors. So let's take my pink one first, and let's die cut it. Send it on through. Quick rotate. Bring it on back. Perfect. I'm going to try to have it all kind of come out as a single piece, and there's one piece that I'm going to need. So let's move that way, and I'm going to put the pink one over here for a minute. Then let's do our green one. Same die. Three pieces of paper. Not even the full sheet of paper, just a smidgen of the paper. Send it on through. Rotate. Send it on back. Ooh, that's really close to being perpendicular, but and again, I'm going to try and pull it so that all the bits and pieces don't necessarily fall out. We'll see. Nope, this one's going to want to stay in there. All right, so we'll start with the pink. Let's bring it on back. And now I'm going to go ahead and pop out all the big pieces and the small pieces. I'm going to be a little more careful. I'm not just going to like take my fingers and go tap, tap, tap and have them all fall out, because I don't want to lose anything. I'm trying to keep them all together. Try to keep even the teeniest, tiniest ones. Try to keep them all together. Okay. I'm going to grab one of my sticker sheets that I've made. See, I'm going to keep them all together right in a nice little pile right there. I'm going to grab one of my sticker sheets that I made. Pull it up, expose all those dots. Need to go back over there and put it down. So now I've got exactly what I had with the black one. Only this time, I have the green to play with too. So I'm going to pop out some of these big pieces. Come on. And I'm going to take them and I'm going to paper piece them right back in to my pink outline. And why am I able to do that? Because the top sheet of my paper is a sticker. And I can move my little outlines around until I find just the right place for them. There we go, and put that right down. And I've got a sticker. If I need to move this one over just a little bit, I can pull it right on up. I'm not using any wet glue. Which is the difference between using this one that has no sticker and this one that is an instant sticker. If I was to take one of the bigger pieces, let's take this one right here. Shoop. If I was to take one of the bigger pieces and put it in here, it'll fit, but it won't stay because there's no adhesive. It'll just come right back out. It'll fit in there. You can puzzle piece it back in there. You can paper piece it, but it isn't going to stay because there's no adhesive. However, here, I can puzzle piece it right back in. Figure out exactly where it needs to go. If I need to move my little lines over just a little bit. And here, because I'm good to go. Paper piecing made easy. You just pull the pieces that you need. I'm going to pull the big pieces first. I suppose I could just go ahead and take most of it out. Pull my big pieces first. Pop them right where they need to be, and without using any liquid adhesive. I'm paper piecing. Let's see, I need this one down here. So I'm going to do all my flowers. Now I don't want to paper piece everything back in this color. So I'm just going to do my flowers. Come on. That one's stuck in there a little bit. I'll put that one over there. And back in. So all you're doing is building a puzzle. That's it. That's all you're doing is building a puzzle. I need that one up there, which is going to be this one right here. And all I'm doing is building a puzzle. So now I've got my flowers built. And they're stuck down. So now I can pull the rest of this out. Pop out all the things so I get my little outline. Now the glitter paper, you need to know, you're going to have to work with it a little bit. The glitter paper wants to hold on to some of these intricate little pieces. But I'm going to pop all this out just like I did on my pink. And I'm going to hold them. my little bits and pieces because I'm going to want to paper piece all of these back in. No glue needed. Keep all of them in my nice little pile. Tweezers will be handy. And then I'm going to pop the ones out of the die that are still in there. And those just come right on out. Make sure, see I've got one down here that I need to pull out. Just pop that one on out. And I've got one up here that I need to pull out and one right there. And once the die is clean, don't want to throw these away. Got to keep all of these. I can cut my next piece of paper and I can put this one now down on one of my sticker sheets. Kind of give it a press. Okay, now I can cut my blue. I could go in there and do the reverse and put my pink in there, easy peasy, but I'm going to cut blue too. So I want to make sure I don't lose any of these and I don't lose any of those. Now if I do, it's not the end of the world. I can cut myself just the little pieces that I misplaced. But let's get my blue and let's die cut this one. So 3 pieces of paper. This is an A2 size die. So you're using 1/4 of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper or part of an A4 sheet of paper, which is what the Sizzix Opulent paper is. And I am using Sizzix Opulent paper today. I'm using the muted card pack. It's beautiful. It has the pinks and the greens and the blue in it. Love it. So this is the card pack that I'm using for all of this today. Okay, hopefully I didn't lose any pieces. Bring it on back. And now I can take this one with my green and I can take my blue pieces and I can wash, rinse, and repeat. Oh, this one just wants to come right on out. Don't want to lose any of those little guys because I'm going to use them. And again, just put it right back on in. So 3 sheets of paper will get you 3 coordinating fronts. I'm going to pull that little line over just a bit. So I'm going to lift this back up. Let me see if I can zoom on in. So I want to pull this little green line just over a little bit. There we go. Perfect. And then don't want to lose any of my little bits. Let's go ahead and pull. I've got the next piece that I want right here. And I'm going to slide that, just put it right on in. Find where it goes. Move the little veining of the flowers until they match. And press. Done. Now let's do this one off on the side, this one over here. Pull this one out. And let's fill it in here. Let's lift that up a little bit. That way I can find where it needs to fit. There we go. A little bit of tweezers, and I'm just going to move that line right on over and snug that in there. Perfect. So that one's done. And I'm just going to continue until I've got all my flowers in place. Bam. Bam. So now I've got 1 and 2. But I still have my 3rd sticker sheet that I made, and I'm going to take all the little bits and pieces out of the blue, pop all those little fallouts out, but don't lose them. And if you do, it's not the end of the world. You can just do a spot cut where you just need the one little piece that you can't seem to find. I'm gonna expose my sticky. Put it on down. Put my liner right on top. Kind of press it into place. Not too hard. I can come back and do that a little later because I may have to move some of these lines. Like this line is not connected to anything. So I may accidentally put it too far over one direction and now my flower won't line up. So you want to be able to move it if you need to. And now I've got the pink. Remember I did the pink when I did this one? I used the pink main cut. And I still have all of the little flower pieces left. Hello, flower pieces. Let's put you in place. And because it's an instant sticker, I don't have to use adhesive. Let me move that little one over just a little bit. Just to get it where it needs to be. 1. And let's see if I've got these. Oh, that looks pretty good. Just this one here that I was playing with. There we go. Put you in place. A little bit over. Smooch you right on over. Come on. See, with the sticky dots, you can peel back up. If we were using Stacy tape, it's a little bit more difficult. You just have to be sure before you put anything down with Stacy tape. Here I have an opportunity to move things and reposition things. Okay, and then let's look at my flower down here. And the top of my flower, well, let's do this one right here because it's in my hand. And you're just going to piece everything in. No glue needed, or no wet glue needed. This is far simpler than trying to glue down every single piece you want a paper piece. So Tim Holtz calls his colorizing. For all intents and purposes, it's paper piecing. This is another way of doing that where it's a little simpler. And I need this big one here. Okay, so now I've got 3 in the exact same position. 1, 2, and 3. Now what we fill the background in is already dictated to you. I've got pink is not on this one, so I'm going to use the pink here. Blue is not on this one, so I'm going to use the blue there. And green is not on this one, so what color am I going to use? I'm going to use the green. Let's find some of it. Ooh. So all then I have to do is figure out where these things, where my little pieces go. And since most of them have an edge to them, it's not as difficult as you would think. And they just fit right back into the space. I'm going to fill all of it in with that green. Start with maybe the bigger pieces first to help you. And can you see it starting to fill itself in? If I was not teaching this, I would be done with this. They're super fast, super easy, and depending on, this is an edge, there's an edge to it. Okay, where's the edge? All right, I'm going to come back to you. The one with the little hook goes there. Depending on the design you're doing, 3 pieces of paper could very quickly make you 3 cards. This one right up here. This one right down. Saw this one right here. And they just fill themselves on in. This one goes right there. This one looks, woo! This one looks like it belongs over here. And then we start to get to some of the smaller pieces. But again, you don't have to use any adhesive. Look at how far I've gotten already. I've just got a few pieces left. And it'll be done. Okay, so let's see. This one goes here. Kids can do this. It's a puzzle. You can make the sticky paper for the kids and let them have at it. Since it's not messy, they can build their puzzle. That one doesn't go there. Sure looks like it does. Okay, I'm going to put it to the side and we'll come back. When in doubt, I come back. And this little hooky one right here. If you're not big into coloring, but you like the idea of having all these different elements, does that one look like it goes there? Could. You like having all the different colors, but you don't want to color it yourself? No, I say no on that one. But I say yes up here. I'm getting down to just very few spaces left. That one there. Nope. Oh yeah, this one here. And now somewhere I have two little green pieces that I don't know where they're at. That definitely does not fit there. So I put something in the wrong spot, but everything seemed to fit so nicely. All right, so I'm gonna wait and see what happens. I've got everything in there that I need. I can't find these two little pieces. So I might have to recut those again. No problem. Then I can come over here to the green. Now what color do I need in here? I need the blue. So I go back and I start all over again. And I just start filling it on in. Start with my big pieces first because they're the easiest to see. And in no time at all, nope. Nope. Oh, that's what this is. This is supposed to be here. There we go. I knew that green one, not to get rid of it, that I'd find its home at some point. I knew better. It had to have fit somewhere, right? And I'm just going to build these out. One goes here. That one fits there perfectly. This one has to fit here. Am I just putting it in? Yes, I'm just putting it in wrong. Like, how can that? It has to go there. And then I can just keep going and finish my blue. Hook, my little arrow, so I could go in there. I've still got all the rest of my blue pieces to use to put back in. So now I've got two, and then the last one, take my pink pieces and fill this one in. And out of 3 pieces of A2 paper, well, I took and cut A6 paper down, so I didn't waste any, out of some sticky dots, so I don't have to use any liquid adhesive, because remember, if I have this one has no adhesive on it. I can't put this piece in. Let's see, this one goes. This one goes right there. I can't put that piece in and expect it to stay. It'll just pop right out because it's not glued in. You can shoehorn it in there. You can get it in there. But the minute you start playing with the card, the piece just pops out because there's no adhesive. unlike using my friends the sticky dots. All right, so paper piecing, super easy. If you've got some scraps, use them up. Tweezers will be helpful. Sticky dots will make your life a lot easier. And instead of doing one card, I did 3. That coordinate and will make a beautiful finished project. And once you get going, you get going. You do a few of these and you know exactly where the pieces belong. You don't have to ask. You know exactly where they go. Not that one, that one. Those little triangles start to look a lot alike. But here I've got this one almost done. So 1, 2, 3. And I can go back and finish all of these without any problem. Because until I put something on those sticky dots, they're going to remain sticky. So you want to finish. This way, no. Not that way. That way. You want to finish. And my little hook piece. And a triangle, because then we can take them and we can cut off all the noise. Nope, definitely not that one. That one. So assuming I put, oh, I only am missing 2 pieces on this one, but that's okay. Assuming we were to get all of these done, I can then go and get rid of all of the noise. I'm going to keep all these little pieces in case I decide to finish them. So I can take off all the background, cut all the extra off. And then I can choose to either mat it more, put it right on a card front, whatever makes my heart happy. So earlier I did these. And you can see I'm missing one here, and I'm missing one there, and I'm missing one here in the blue. And up here I'm missing one there. Now I don't know that I have these in the blue. I might have already put them down. But I can go in and cut just those 3 little areas that I need. I don't have to cut the whole thing all over again. I don't. I can cut just the areas that I need. So this one is missing this piece up here. I should have it over here. But let's go ahead and let's cut this piece right there. And that's all I need is that one little piece. All I have to do is bring my die over. Say, oh, you know where it is? Right there. And the bottom one too. Oh, but that's in the pink. Is it this one? Ha ha ha. Ta-da! And this one, the blue background. This one was missing. No, I got the corner. Oh, maybe that's not the right corner. Maybe that's not the right corner. Maybe that one belongs up here. It does. I had it in the wrong space. But I've got the corner right here. Now I can put that there. Move this one on over just a bit. And just keep filling in. Oh, this one's beautiful. Now it's done. It's beautiful. It's done. This one I'm missing three little pieces. All right, well, let's cut those 3 little pieces that I need for this one. And so I need it in the blue. This one, well, this one is here. That one I don't need anymore. But I'm pretty sure I need those 2 little ones. So I'm going to cut those 2 little ones. This one's done. We're going to mat this one and that one and this one. Okay, so I'm going to cut these 2 little pieces in the blue. So let's grab some of that blue paper. And I just need 2 small little pieces. Zoop. Zoop, that's even bigger than I need. And then I need one for here. So I'm not going to cut the whole die all over again. I'm just going to cut for this little piece and for that little piece and call it good. So I need to find those on my die, which means I need one right there, and I need one up in, oh, and there's the corner, so I don't even need the corner anymore. Ha 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 ha. Now I just need that one. So I'm going to cut for that one. In you go. Okay, so now I just need one. Yay! I'm going to cut for this one because I don't know where it went. So I'm going to take my little paper. I'm going to put it over where I need to cut. I am not going to worry about cutting the whole die again. I'm just going to cut that one little element. You don't have to cut the whole thing all over again to get one little piece that you missed. I'm going to send it on through. And I'm not even going to roll it all the way. I'm going to send it and bring it back. And let's see if that cut it. Pop it on out. Get out the one little piece I need. Gosh, if you could only do that when you're making a puzzle. You can't get, you lost one piece. And put it in. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, all out of 3 sheets of paper. And now I can mat them So what if I put that on that, and then on the blue? And that looks pretty. Let's do that. Paper piecing is easy. It's easier if you don't have to use liquid adhesive. It's much faster. And if you lose one of your little pieces, no worries. Just cut yourself another one. So this is just Stacy tape that I'm using. It's double-sided adhesive. Oh, I put that right in the middle of there. You may have never seen sticky dots before. That may have been your first time ever seeing a sticky dot. For the longest time, we were the only company to have them, and then we weren't. But I still think our sticky dots are stronger than everybody else's out there. Okay, so one mat. Two. And then we're going to move on to our next technique. I'm going to leave this mat a little bit bolder. A little bit bolder. Love the opulent paper. If you've never played with opulent paper, it's beautiful. It's by Sizzix, and it just makes your heart happy. This is just one of the packs that they have. I want to say in total, there might be 8. Oh, what do we think? So 1, and then let's mat this one, and maybe we do this one in the blue. A little bit of blue, and then go with the green. Let's give it a whirl. I'm going to mat all 3 of them. And you would do a better job of putting the adhesive down. I'm just trying to get it so I can get it cut. And you can see that my adhesive is a little bit long. You can either choose to tear it and make it shorter, or you can fold it back in on itself since it is double-sided adhesive. So these are Simply Defined dies, and this one happens to have a stamp set to go with it. I'm going to keep this one kind of narrow. And then trim it out. All the Simply Defined dies and stamps are on clearance. Not because I don't love them, but because I have to make room. I have brand new Sizzix collections coming starting March, but no, you won't have to wait till March to see them. No, I have it all planned out. Made sure everything was good with Sizzix. Do we like it with the green, or maybe that's too much green? Maybe that's too much green. Maybe we should go with the pink. Maybe that's too much pink. Maybe we should just leave it in the blue and be done. Okay, I like the blue. The blue is a lovely anchor color. So I'm going to do the blue again. Should we try the green? No, I can't do the green on here. I could do the pink. I could do the pink and then the green. Okay, let's switch it up a little bit, shall we? Let's be adventurous. So starting late January, there'll be an additional video every week. So we'll have a class on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. The classes during the middle of the week are not as full. Oh, I just dropped one of my oh, there it is. Just dropped one of my Well, I'll put it back in a minute. They're not as full length as a Saturday class. They are shorter in time frame, and they have Mondays are Make It Monday, and Thursdays are what's going to become our new for you is what we're going to call Thursdays. New for You Thursday. And Tuesdays will be called Take Two Tuesdays. And then our Saturday with Stacy full-length classes. Oh, I got an ambitious year planned. Wish me luck. Okay, get down in there. And then let's trim you out. I think these colors are absolutely beautiful together. So I do think it needs a little bit more than just the pink. But is the green the winner chicken dinner? No, I think it's the blue. I'm terrible. All right, well, I like what I like. And then we'll move on. But that way we finished 3 of these. Start to finish. Now you can do this on Stacy tape, wider Stacy tape. It's just a little less forgiving. And you would use, I'm sure, a trimmer. I'm a freehander. It's not perfect. Oh, just like that. That was not perfect. Wow. Okay, we're going to trim this whole thing down now that that one's not perfect. I spoke right on time about not being perfect. So I'm going to take this down. Some of you say if you tried to freehand, by the time you're done, you'd have a postage stamp. Give it a whirl with no expectations. Everything's handmade. There we go. So I've got 1, 2, 3. All paper pieced together. I'm going to save this. Easy peasy. Now we need to move on. We need to move on. We have things to do. Things to do. All right, I'm going to grab another stamp and die set. And again, I'm going to use just the die. So here's the set. And I'm going to use just the die. And we're going to change it up. This time, I can't use sticky dots. Sticky dots are not going to be my friend. I absolutely need to use a double-sided tape. So depending on whose double-sided tape you have, that will determine your results. The tape and the glitter will make the results. This is Stacy tape. This is an extra long, extra strong double-sided adhesive. It's stronger than anybody else's double-sided adhesive, at least at the time we started manufacturing it. I just got some other double-sided adhesive to make sure that we're still as good, so I'm going to try it and be sure. But my tape is long, it's strong, and it's affordable. And it comes all the way, I have from 1/8 of an inch, this is 1/4 of an inch. I don't know what I was using a little bit earlier, but I've got all different size widths. So 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch, 1/2 of an inch, 1 inch, I think 1.5, 2, 2.5, 5, and 6. And really economical. There is over 80 feet of tape on the roll, and it just goes. It will hold beads and plastic and metal and carpet and acetate and paper and glitter and just about anything that makes your heart happy. Now, to do what we're going to do today, you need a tool from Sizzix. It is called a crease pad. This is not the same as a squishy and a knock-knock. They are different things. So I have got, let me grab it over here. I have got a squishy and a knock-knock right here from Sizzix. Now your squishy and knock-knock may be red, it may be purple, it may be black. For the last several years, they've been doing them in gray and white. But how do you know if you have a squishy, a knock-knock, or a crease pad, which is what I call a thud pad? So here, squishy. If you have a pad you can do this with, it's a squishy. It's not meant for the technique I'm about to do. If you have a pad that is black or blue, I think they might have had some purple or red at some time, and you can go, that is not a crease pad, and it's not for this technique. These two items are 2 peas in a pod for other things that we do, but not what we're going to do today. So if you have a silicone pad, AKA a squishy, or an impression pad, AKA knock-knock, you're going to put them away. What we need is a crease pad, and I call it a thud, because you kind of get a thud. You certainly don't get the knock-knock. You kind of get a thud. So I call it a thud pad. If you don't have one of these, you will need it to do this technique. And yes, we will have them on sale. What was this pad originally designed for? For steel rule dies. Those are the thick dies that have a score line in them. A lot of Eileen Hull's dies are steel rule dies that will have score lines in them because she makes lots of folders and boxes. Tim Holtz used to make steel rule dies that had creases in them, some of the dies, and you would need a crease pad in place of a clear pad. A clear pad would make it cut all the way through when you're trying to actually add a crease to something so you can fold it or score it. I think really Eileen Hull is the only one who really uses crease pads much anymore, but we use them for the technique I'm going to show you. So I'm going to take some white paper. This is just 80-pound white paper. I'm going to pull some of my Stacy tape. Now, if you have Sukwang tape or Score Pal tape, you are just fine. If you have Elizabeth Crafts tape, you are also fine. If you have from the Dollar Tree, I cannot guarantee that this will work. Now, I just put a light score line down just so when I tear it, it tears super easy. I could have torn it without the score line, but it just was super easy that way. Now let's hope, let's hope that my tape is as big as my die. And it is, yay for me. It's a happy day. Oh, here we have. This is 1/4, this is 1/2. maybe 3/8. So tape in all different sizes. And let's see what we're gonna make. So, if I put this on top, see this sticky is on top. If I expose my sticky right now, I need to do something with it. If I take the liner off, it's sticky. I need to do something with it. And if I cut this, it's going to cut all the way through, and it's going to make a sticker of the die cut, which would be, this is very fine lines, really fine lines. So I'm trying to put what's called a kiss cut in this. I don't want to pull the whole die out. I want to leave the elements in there so I have an opportunity to pull each individual element as I want to use it. Now if I cut this, let's just cut it out of black, and I am going to use a precision base plate because it is an intricate die, just so you can see what the shape of it is. I am going to have to use a precision base plate because this is an intricate die, and I am die cutting it, not trying to do a kiss cut, but I want you to be able to see the difference. So let's send it on through. And let's bring it on back. I'm going to do a rotate. And let's see what we have. That's what you want to see. That's what a precision base plate gives you. Instead of having to sit there and try and finagle them on out, everything just falls. I'm telling you, from a die cutter standpoint, it's a happy moment when you do this. It's so rewarding and satisfying to see all the little pieces just kind of fall out. Let's pull that one out and that one out. I want to make sure I'm pulling what I'm supposed to be pulling. Okay, so the die itself, that's what it looks like. And here's all the little bits and pieces. And no, I'm not paper piecing this back together again. That's die cutting. Now I want to kiss cut. So I'm going to take my paper that has my adhesive on it. I'm going to bring my machine on over. I'm not going to use a precision base plate because I'm not trying to die cut it. I am going to bring over my crease pad, and that's going to be just like my precision base plate. It's going to take the place of my bottom cut plate. There is no other clear cut plate on here. Then I am going to, let's turn it over, rotate it. I'm going to bring my paper with my sticky side up. See that shiny liner right there? Sticky side up. My die, ridge side down. Give it a little bit of a rotate, and then my do not cut plate. And I'm going to send it on through. And I'm going to roll. And then I can roll backwards if I want to. It won't hurt it. And it will be dramatically different when I take the die off, nothing is falling out. It did not cut through at all to the backside. It doesn't look anything like this. You can see that the design is in there, but it cut nothing out. And that is exactly what we are looking for, because now I have the opportunity to pull individual pieces of my die to expose the sticky. So I can pull individual pieces of this shiny liner to expose the sticky. So let's start here, and I'm going to pull the petals. So I'm pulling one, but it's only pulling the petals. I'm only pulling the petals. I'm not pulling anything else up. All I want are the pieces that make the flower. I don't want the outline of it. I don't want the center of it yet. I just want the pieces that make up the flower. And I'm taking my tweezer and I'm pulling them one by one. What is that going to let me do? Well, it's going to let me add glitter or embossing powder to just this area, only the areas where the sticky is exposed, masking off everything else. And when in doubt, if you're not sure if it's part of the flower or not, don't pull the liner up. Wait to see if it is part of it or not. So I'm just going to go all the way around. And grab the liner, because I have kiss cut. I've cut the liner enough so that I can pull it up, but I haven't cut the die so much that the entire die cut falls out. I need it to stay a solid piece. Okay, I'm almost there. Tweezers are going to be your friend. And my tweezers, which are going forward, they are not a die, they are not a stencil, and they are not a stamp, are back in stock after years. Okay, so I've exposed what I think is the flower that I want. Now I'm going to use glitter. And I've got a micro fine glitter. In fact, I'm going to use this color, and I'm going to use gold. So micro fine glitter is a glitter that has been ground finer than most. The grit is almost like velvet. It does not feel like glitter at all, and it goes a really long way. I'm going to take and I'm going to put a little bit of gold, and I have my little dippers. I found little dippers again. So we have little dippers, little spoons that I can dip in, and I'm just going to kind of go around my flower a little bit, kind of towards the middle, and I'm just going to drop some of my gold. I might have a little more and a little less in areas. And I've got some gold on there. I know it doesn't look like much yet. And then I'm going to grab my teal. And I'm going to grab some of this, and I'm going to put it kind of mix it into the gold a little bit. And if I think I need a little bit more gold, I can add a little bit more gold. Now, because I've made a mask out of my die, my glitter is only going to stick where the sticky is exposed. So my glitter is only going to stick where my sticky has been exposed. And where I don't have enough glitter, I can come back and add more. Can you see the flower coming to life? Oh, look at, I missed 2 spots. So I can clearly see I missed 2 petals and I don't quite have enough all the way around. So actually I'm going to pull these 2. I'm going to pull these little ones because those look like they're part of the flower. And this little one looks like it's part of the flower. And then I've got this big one here that I didn't pull the first time. So I'm going to pull it now. And this little one here that I didn't pull the first time. So when in doubt, don't pull it. You can always come back. And now I can see I need to add a little bit of gold into those. A little bit of gold. And maybe a little bit more of my teal. So a little goes a long way, and you can always add more. It's easier to add too little and have to add a little bit more than to have too much and you can't put it back in your pot because you've mixed colors. All right, so then I'm going to go back in. Let me zoom on in. Take my finger and just kind of move it around until it finds a home. I don't want there to be any stickiness left. I want all the sticky to be gone. And if I'm still feeling sticky, see there, it's still sticky, then I just go in and I add a little bit more. And it fills in all of that space. Take an inexpensive makeup brush. And I've started my flower. Yeah, that looks good. I've started my flower. Now I could do the middle and pull that middle piece out. And I think I'll do that in gold. Done. Now I've got the flower up at the top, so let's go ahead and let's pull all of those pieces out again, and we'll do that flower at the top. Kiss cutting. It makes you look at your dies in a whole new way. And you always wonder how people get that glitter, the way they've got that glitter, without it blending into each other and touching each other, and how they got those amazing clean lines using glitter. This is how it's done. But that crease pad is So important to the whole process. You really can't do a kiss cut with a big shot machine without that crease pad. Do I know if that crease pad will work with somebody else's die cutting machine? I don't. We sell the Sizzix Big Shot machine. It's the Big Shot machine that I've used in, I don't know, 99.9% of my videos. I've used a switch. I've done a switch, yeah, but that's also a Sizzix machine. So you would have to talk to the manufacturer of your machine to find out if they have a crease pad, and then you'd have to see if the crease pad works in the same way. Could you try a Sizzix crease pad with it? I suppose you could. I just don't know that it would work. It's all about having that thud hardness where it's not too soft so that it doesn't put the kiss cut in, but it's not so hard that it cuts all the way through. Can you use a crease pad to do your knock and squishy? No. A crease pad, a thud pad, and a squishy will not get that done. For the techniques we use a knock and squishy for, you need a knock and squishy. And the nice thing about the tools is that once you own them, you own them. It's a one-time expense, and I want to say the crease pads are about $14.99, and then they're on sale. And once you have it, you have it. It's not something that you're constantly having to replace, like perhaps the cutting pads, the clear cutting pads, or the glitter cutting pads from Sizzix, whichever ones you purchase. I'm almost there. Gosh, isn't that flower beautiful? And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my color down without exposing any more because I'm not sure. I think I've got my whole flower, and I don't think I peeled off something I shouldn't. So when in doubt, don't peel. Just wait and see. You'll know. It'll eventually, it'll tell you whether you needed to use it was part of the flower or not. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some gold all the way kind of around. And then I'm going to come back with my pretty teal and drop that in. And it doesn't matter that it's a hot mess. Doesn't matter that it looks like a hot mess. What matters is when you start to move it around and fill in those spaces. That's what matters. Is filling in those spaces. Oh, see, probably should have done that one. Need a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to take this one. Should have done that little one right there. I'm going to take it off. And let's use a little more teal. I need some up here. And over here. And there. Still need a little bit there. Maybe I'll use a little bit of gold there. Ooh, that was a lot of gold. So I'm not going to try and save that. That's not enough worth saving. But now you can clearly see my flowers. Now I have a decision to make. Do I want to peel the background off so I can see a little bit more of what I'm working with? Or do I want to keep going? I'm going to take the center out of this one and put some gold in there because I already did that to my other one. And I just peel that little piece up, put a little bit of gold, smudge it with my finger, and done. Then I have some decisions to make. So I can clearly tell that I've got some leaves going on here. Got a little piece of something right there. There we go. I can clearly tell that I've got some leaves running up here. I'm going to go ahead and do some of those just to get that green done. So I'm going to pull all of the insides of those leaves, just like I've been pulling the insides of my flower. The big pieces that you would normally expect to fall out if you were die cutting. So right now I'm pulling all of these pieces here that make up these leaves. I'm going to pull all of those out and then use a green to fill them in. And if I miss one, I can come back. And if I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a leaf or not, then I leave it. And once I start filling all the color in, it'll tell me, oh, yep, that was supposed to be part of the leaf, or no, that's part of the background. And the beautiful thing about microfine glitter is that once you set it, once you burnish it with your finger, it doesn't mix with other colors as you lay other colors down. So I'm going to lay green down, and if I did a good job burnishing my glitter, can't tell if I've lifted that one. We'll wait and see. If I've done a good job burnishing my glitter with my finger, my other colors will not mix with it. Okay, so I've got quite a few of these off. I can't tell if I've got them all, but we'll know soon enough. I'll put the green down and it'll be pretty easy to tell whether I got them all done or not. Do I like the light green? Do I want the dark green? Light green, dark green. I think we'll go light green. And I'm just going to drizzle all over. Doesn't matter if it gets on the other colors. Take my finger and move it around. Oh, I can see where I missed a whole big area. Can you see that I missed all of those down there? Let's get those out while I've got some green glitter ready to go. Let's just pull those right on up and expose them. No big deal. It's really hard. Well, you can't make mud here. It's just not possible. And if you're not big into glitter, this is a great way of doing it without it making a mess over everything. Okay, so I've got my green in. Now you can see that I've got green here. But all I have to do is brush it off. And I'm not going to save that either. Ha ha! Now, if I wasn't teaching, again, this would go much faster, but you need to see it so you see it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the decision to pull the background off. So the die has the border all the way around it, right? It has all, I'm going to pull everything, all these lines, all the black lines is what I'm going to pull away now and expose the sticky. So I've been filling in all the empty spaces. Now I'm going to pull what would be all the black lines. All the way around. Exposing all of that. So now every place, here's what would normally be the die cut. This would normally be what you'd be thinking, oh yeah, that's the piece I want to use. That's it. But we're kiss cutting. Now let's take a really bold color. Let's be bold in this, okay? Be bold. I'm gonna take a fuchsia, bold, because I want there to be contrast. I want you to see it. I'm gonna open up my hot pink and I'm gonna drizzle. Now I've got a lot of area to cover. Got all the way around. All the way around. I've got the middle. I've got the flower to do. I got a lot of area. So I've got a nice amount. I will probably need more, but let's go ahead and start putting it in place. Definitely going to need more over the flower. And all of a sudden, every place that was exposed is now getting filled in with my hot pink, my fuchsia. I want to make sure that there's no sticky. All should be filled in with a color. I don't want to feel any sticky. If I can feel sticky, I need to add more. Okay. Now I take my makeup brush. And again, I gather all that color, bringing my, see, with it over, with all the fuchsia on top of it, you lose that beautiful color. But you take your makeup brush and pull all that color off. And I told you they don't blend, and it didn't. So I've got quite a bit of fuchsia left that I'm going to go ahead and put back into my little jar because it did not commingle. And this is where I'm at. Let's finish. So now, like I said, now you can kind of get a better feel of what it is you're working on. So I can tell you that this is a leaf right here. So I need that, and I need this one off. And this is a stem, so I want that one off. And this is a stem, so I want that one off. That's part of the stem. That's a leaf. And this one is a leaf. And this one. And this one. And this tiny little one. So let's put some green on there and blend that in. Get it different. Let's get one of these. And let's put some green down. And anywhere I just pulled the liner off, my green's gonna stick. And again, it's not gonna take over my fuchsia. All I have to do is rub it off. And because it doesn't commingle, I can put the extra green back in. Now I can clearly see these are meant to be part of my flower. So let's do that. Let's make it part of my flower. And we'll pull this one. And this one. And what color? Teal? A little bit of teal. Just a little bit, just to fill that little space in. It doesn't need to be much. And done. And brush off. And now I can see that I have a rosebud here. So I can do my rosebud and peel all 3 little pieces off. And I think I will do a little bit of teal at the bottom, just a tiny little bit of teal. And the rest in gold. And I can just kind of swoosh it around and then dust it off. And then I've got a little bit of leaves left up here, so let's do that as a leaf and that as a leaf, and that looks like a leaf. Tell if I got that one up or not. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Nope, I didn't get that little one right there. There we go. And dust it off. And now all I have left is my background to do. And I'm going to do that in a blue, the sky blue, I think. I'm going to peel all of my everything that's white that's remaining, I'm going to peel off. I think that's supposed to be, but I'm going to make that sky blue anyway. It all has to do with being a kiss cut. No other way to make this happen. So let's take my blue And let's drizzle some here. And some in here. Some here. And everywhere. It's sticky. It's gonna stick to. And when we're done, we have a finished image. Now let's cut it out. And there's no sticky left to be had. And yet, look at how pretty is that. Now change the color and you change the look. I did this one earlier. Change the color, you change the look. I don't know, they both look good to me. But it's your opportunity to play. A new way, well, it's not new. Maybe for you it's new, but a way to use your dies that is unexpected. Unexpected. And it all starts with that kiss cut. So if we took this die here, again, this is a Stampin' Die set, and I'm going to use the die that says Grateful, Thankful for You. And again, I'm going to grab a piece of black paper as opposed to white. Although I might want to mat this. Oh, I think I'm going to mat that on black. Okay, sorry, change of plan. Although I have plenty of black paper. Take my die. Oh, by the hair of a chinny chin chin. Let's go ahead and put some Stacy tape on it. I always want to leave enough for some handholds. So I can take, and instead of scoring it, if I don't want to score it, I don't have to. I could just tear it, up to you. Always want to leave some handholds. But I didn't leave much in the way of a handhold here. I went a little bit longer than I need to. I'm just going to cut that right on off. And remember, we're not trying to cut this die out. We're trying to kiss cut it in. So bring my machine back over. I've got my base platform. I've got my solo shim. Both of these come with your machine. I've got my crease pad, which does not come with your machine, aka a thud pad. I've got my die. And my clear plate. I just moved my die. Let's flip my crease pad. So my crease pad is starting to get a little bit warped, but it still works fine. I would not buy a new one because it's warped. But I'm not you. See, it's slippery. That liner is slippery. So I don't care if it's not straight because I'm going to cut it out. I just need it to stay. Okay. It just slipping and sliding. Let's just go for it. Go, 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 go. 1. And 2. So here, the die has the big word, it has grateful, thankful, blessed. Grateful, thankful, blessed. And I've kiss cut it. So I'm gonna pull the main part, the inner parts of the thankful. All the letters I'm going to pull the inner parts of. And I'm not going to use typical colors because I really want you to see a contrast. Okay. Did I already pull you? I already pulled you. Sitting there trying to pull up a liner that's not there. Okay, so I've got the word thankful exposed. Just the main parts of the letter. And you can see where it's a little shinier. Now, what color do we want to do those in? So if we do those in blue and then gold and then blue again. Where's gold and then blue and then, oh, I don't know. Let's go gold and then blue. Or silver and blue? Silver, blue, and then maybe gold? Okay, let's try that. What's the worst that can happen? It looks awful. All right, I can live with that. So I'm going to put some silver in here. And the only thing it's going to stick to is those inside letters that I took the liner off on. So you can see thankful has come right up. I can grab the extra silver, and because I haven't commingled it with anything, I can put all of this back in if I so choose. Done. Let's close up my silver. Now I think I'm going to come in and do some blue. And that I'm going to do all the outsides of my letters, the shadow portion. And that means it's going to be the shadow portion and all of the background. So I'm going to kind of tear it so I can take it up in pieces. So all of my border is going to come off. The shadow to my, oh, I don't want that one to come off. The shadow to my thankful is going to come off. I want to keep this one piece right where it is. Thank you very much. The word blessed is going to come off. Nope, don't want to pull that one. Want to make sure that I don't pull the background. So I'm being a little ginger with it because I'm taking off a really big piece. I lost some of my S, but that's okay. I'm just going to go for it. See, I can get rid of some of this. Just tear it off and throw it away. You're not going to keep it. My little curly Q. And if I didn't get everything, I'll know that once I add my blue. I'll be able to see what I missed. All the way around. Okay, so what are we still stuck to? Gotta finish getting out my grateful. That piece to stay behind. Don't know that it will. Well, I'm just going to let it be. All of this is just going to come off. I want to make sure I don't take off my background. Okay, so what's the only thing left? Okay, I think I got it. I just pulled all the back off. Let's make sure that my T and my E are out. And I'm gonna put blue in here. We'll see what we get. If I missed any spaces, we're gonna know soon enough. And I think I'm gonna take one of those liners and push some of this back down in place. All right, so I've pulled all the backing off. The edge around, the curly cues. Let's see, all we can do is put the glitter in and see what happens, and let's do it in a blue. Need to get all my word, all my border. Okay, and then let's rub it in, and wherever, I don't know what that piece is, I want to be sure. Wherever the sticky is exposed, my blue is going to stay. Can you see it going in? I'm not sure what piece that is. I think that's supposed to come off. Yep, I got in my little curly cues. There's my blessed coming out. All right, that's where I'm at. Can you see it? Let's dust it off. Oh, okay, the silver and the blue look good. Now what do we add to set off the silver and the blue? Do we do it in gold? Because I still have to pull all this white. Anything that's white now needs to come off. Should we do it in the gold? I say gold. I say gold. Go for it. Just do it. So everything that is now white that's still on here, I now need to pull it all off. This one here, and that one there. All right, let's see what I got. So I've now exposed more of my sticky, and I say gold. Get a new spoon. And anywhere that sticky is exposed, my gold's gonna stick. And anywhere I left a white, now I'll instantly know what I need to peel off. Okay, there's quite a bit of gold going on, but I got quite a bit to fill in. And I can see that I left behind some pieces there. Oh, and I left behind a huge piece right here. I think I'm just going to peel that off right now while I've got some gold right there. I left behind a huge piece right here. Fill it right on in. Looks like I got a little piece right here that needs to come off. There we go. So I can see where the white is, where I didn't get. So I need here. Now it's gold. I need here. Now it's gold. I need here. Gold. There. Inside my little letters. And inside my little letters. Any place that still has white is telling me I need to take it and expose the sticky. All right, I think I got it. That's pretty rock star. Look at it, it's looking good. I need my glitter cleanup cloth. What do we think? Oh, do I have a little bit of, there we go. I feel like there's a little bit of sticky here that I didn't get off. Yep, just a little bit of white that I didn't get off. A little bit of white that I didn't get off. There we go. That curly Q looks much better now. We did that with a die, and it's letters, and oh, I see two more places. Right there. And right there with just a little bit of gold. Little bit of gold. I got enough here on my... Done. Ta-da! So yummy. And so easy to do. You have to do this one, you gotta have the Stacy tape. Or Score Pal tape or Elizabeth Crafts. Those are the only three that I can recommend that will hold and not fall apart later. And everything has to do, it all has to do with that crease pad. It all starts with the crease pad. It's called a kiss cut. We didn't die cut out the shape. We did a kiss cut, which allowed us to then color in with glitter and pick what spaces we wanted in which color glitter. Amazing. And for a tool that's $14.99, that just changes everything about your dies. It changes everything about them. And sticky dots. Sticky dots change everything about your dies. All of a sudden, paper piecing becomes ABC 1, 2, 3, easy peasy. Sticky dots. Who knew? Well, I did. So, what do we think? Some of you, you may be going, yep, I knew all of this already, but yay for a reminder. Maybe you didn't know you could go as intricate as this and still have it look this good. Sure can. Tape it on down, mat it. I don't think I have anything to mat it right here. I would like gold. I would really like some gold, but I don't have any gold sitting right here. And I'm not gonna like pink. And I don't have any silver. It's all over. Yeah, see, I'm not gonna like that. Nope, no can do. And the black's okay, but I think it needs to be the gold or the silver. pretty. But I do very much like these on the black. Let's get these two done. So where's another sheet of black? And maybe this. Well, can you have enough glitter? I don't know, can you? Okay, we need to be done. But can you have enough? Should I just leave it on the black and let it be? You would do a better job. I'm just trying to get it down. Little piece of white. Right there. That's very sparkly. It's very, very sparkly. I think I'm going to leave it just on the black. And then let's do this one on black. Very sparkly. So we went from doing paper piecing, which required no adhesive, and we used sparkly paper. We cut the die 3 times, and by doing that, we were able to get 3 different looks that all coordinate together. Makes a great little gift set, because 3 cuts and you're done. You piece it together and you've got 3 fabulous little cards. Or we take and we kiss cut and we make something entirely new out of our dies that we couldn't necessarily do before. And again, for some of you, I know this is a refresher, but it's always fun to do. It always is successful. Everybody always feels great when they do it the first time, second time, 10th time, because it always comes out beautifully. You have to start with the right tools. And that crease pad is important, so go look to see if you have one. You'll probably be like, oh, that's what well, you probably bought it for a totally different purpose. And the crease pad SKU, just so you know, is 655092, and it's a thud pad. You really probably won't use the shims. They give them to you if you have to use, if you're trying to get score lines into something. But very pretty, very easy to do. And this is what we made today. All using Simply Defined dies that are on a Rockstar sale. So what will we have for sale for you? Well, we'll do the glitter because you're going to need it. If you don't already have it, I'm assuming most of you already own it. And if not, you do need a micro fine glitter. It's important that it be micro fine. So we'll put the GG glitter back on sale. I do have the little scoopers. There's 5 of them and they're $2.99. We have the tweezers, which are always on sale, and the crease pad, which will be on sale. And I will put the Opulent from Sizzix on sale too. It is their muted pack that I used today. So you get There's 6 colors and you get 10 sheets of each. All of them are specialty. So this is the blue glitter, and then you've got a blue pearlized, and then you've got a green glitter and kind of a tealy pearlized, and then a pink glitter and a pink pearlized. So 10 sheets of each. And this is the paper that I was using today. So we'll put that on sale. Gosh, and then we have all the dies, and I've got so many of them. I can't even, it's almost too much to show. I mean, you really have a selection from all of the years that we've had, the ones that we used today. I know it has leaves on the front of it, but it's got the thankful as the die. I've got foiling plates on sale. Tons of foiling plates on sale. I've got stamps only on sale. I've got stamps and dies on sale from collections throughout the years. So pretty. I have got there she is. I've got Christmas. I've got sentiments. I've got my little guy. Look at him. Some of these we only have 1 or 2 of. Some of them we have more. It just depends. Little baby. The little ducky. You decide what makes your heart happy. We have kaleidoscopes on sale. There's just too many of them to bring over. So the kaleidoscopes are on sale. What we have left of my kaleidoscope dies are on sale. A whole collection of them. Yes, we have must-haves on sale. So if you don't have must-haves yet, oh my gosh, find a video. I've got a little bit of everything. I also have our little card mats that we did. So I brought these in with the thought that we would be having in-store make and takes, and then, well, you know what happened. 2020 happened. So we're gonna just put all of our card mats on sale. There's A2, A6, and 5x7. You get 10 pieces of cardstock. It's linen textured. I probably have 60 colors, all sorts to go through, and I wanna say they're $1 a pack. So all of that will be on sale for you. Oh my gosh, that was a lot, and I am very sparkly happy. Holy smokes, artichokes. All right, so did I remind you of something you might have forgotten? Did you learn something you knew that you didn't know you could do before? Or is this the first time you're getting into crafting and you're like, hey, that looks like fun. Paper piecing, if you're not into the glitter, sticky dots to help you, or you could use Stacy tape. Just know that, and it's the same thing, you would put your die right down on top of the Stacy tape and then put your pieces of paper, build your pieces of paper right back into it. It's not as forgiving as the sticky dots, I'm just letting you know, but it absolutely will work. Or were you all about the sparkle and the pizzazz and the wow factor in kiss cutting your dies and adding glitter to it? Microfine glitter. So I leave it all up to you. Enjoy the sale. It's so hard to believe that over a decade is gone. It's come to a pause for now for dies, stamps, and stencils from Simply Defined. Tweezers and tape and black paper and white paper are all going forward. All of those things are moving ahead. But for me to do right by Sizzix, I had to let one of them go. It was either not go with Sizzix and stick with Simply Defined, or be honest with myself and say, first off, would I have the time to design for both lines? And if I did, would I be truthful and honest and not try to keep the very best that I came up with for Simply Defined? Got to be able to look yourself in the mirror. And if I knowingly said, oh, that one's really good, I've come up with this concept, I have this idea, but I'm not going to share it with Ellison, I'm going to keep it for Defined, that's wrong. That's not being a good partner. So we paused Simply Defined, and it has opened up a door that I never thought possible. The things that I am able to do with Sizzix is magic. The things I know about that I can't tell you about yet, but you're gonna find out soon enough. Oh my gosh, over the next year, things that I would have never been able to accomplish as Simply Defined, because we just don't have the resources, the manpower, the engineers. Yes, there were engineers needed for some of my stuff. Never would have been able to do it. And so I think the trade-off is worth it, because I get to grow. And if I get to grow, then I get to help you grow too with product that is beautiful. So while it's hard for me to say goodbye to Defined, and it is hard, I don't know why I cry every time I talk about saying goodbye to it, I'm equally as excited for what's coming your way. So take advantage of the sale. It's got to go. I've priced everything to say so long, farewell. Make me a card and send it to me. All right, you guys, it is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, saying I will be back with you on Christmas Day, 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, where it is the last week of our warehouse sale. It all comes to a conclusion a week from Monday, where all the warehouse sale product goes away. I'm launching the last of the manufacturers in week 4. It's a lot, but it's a lot of manufacturers, but they don't have a lot of product in each category, so it's manageable. But I will be live chatting on Christmas Day. If you have time, come see me, 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And if not, well, when you get a moment, go take a look at the Simply Defined that's on sale and the balance of the warehouse sale. All right, you guys, it's me. I'll see you Christmas Day. Until then, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and look, we'll be spending Christmas together. Who would have ever thought? All right, you guys, it's me, Stacy. I'll see you later. Bye.